panel can be accessed with the icon on the right hand side. It can also be accessed under Panel at the top of the screen. This is where you will find all of the colours that you can use to fill in the shapes on your work area. These fills can help you get a feel for how your design is going to look. You can actually print these off as well, not using your die cutter but using your printer. I know it might sound a daft thing to say, but it is a question I've been asked in the past. As you can see, you've got a variety of different colours available. You've also got a colour picker, and you can use things like hex codes to get a specific colour. You click on each item within your design and then that will fill it with colour, and then you can build up your design to see how it's going to look. It's a very useful feature to have when you can't quite grasp what a design will look like. When you add colour, you can print this off, but it won't actually cut unless you use registration marks, because the die cutting machine won't know where to locate the cutting marks. We'll chat about these a little bit later in another video. But if you wanted to just print it off as a banner, then you could do that. You simply go to print and then print it off. When it comes to adding colour to shapes, you can do that quite easily. On this occasion, it's still remembering a colour I've used previously, so just make sure you get the transparent option when you start with a new shape. When you select the shape, you can go in and change the colour. Just clicking. It will remember your most recent choices, and you've also got gradients of colour there too. You can adjust the transparency if you're wanting to get a whole myriad of different results. And as you can see, you can use the magnifying glass to choose a specific tone, and also use key codes like hex numbers to locate a specific colour that you want. The second option under the fill menu is to do with gradients, and this is where multiple colours are brought together to give you an ombre look. This could be just two colours or a whole rainbow. There are a lot of preset designs here, but you can also alter the little colour tabs to get your own gradient and to add and remove colours too. So you've got a lot of flexibility with regards to your gradients. Again, you can use the transparency tool if you're wanting to. You can also alter the direction of the gradient just by using the angle slider. You can get some quite funky results with this. Again, you can use the angle slider to change the direction of your gradients. The last choice in your panel is for pattern fills. There are a lot of preset ones, and you can also purchase more from the Silhouette store. So with the shape selected, I can click on a pattern and fill it with that design. There's a lot of choice, including some that are almost like photographs. Again, these can all be printed off, and if you do introduce the registration marks, then your shape can be cut out as well. So let's look at this one. You can drag it out to fill as much of your page as you want. Click on print, and then on your printer you can print off that page. Might be a nice one as a backing paper, this one, so you don't have to cut them out at all. Got a lot of scope with these as well. Obviously you can resize them, and you can resize them with the padlock closed to keep everything in proportion. You also have the ability to move the design within your shape. So for instance, this design has a rose that I'd like to be the centre of the shape. So I can click on Pan, and then I can pick up the design and move it round within my desired shape. You just need to be aware that some designs are made up of tiled images, so you may get some stray lines in there that you weren't expecting. When you change the size of the design, this is when you can see if the image has been tiled or if it is seamless. It just depends on how the design was created in the first place. Again, you can use the sliders and the buttons to rotate your design. So again, there's lots of scope. Some designs are best suited to smaller shapes, while others work okay if you're wanting to make a full A4 sheet. Just a little bit of trial and error getting used to the different fills that you have available to you. Some of the designs I've been working with have come from the standard library, but you can also buy additional designs. You can find these in the design store, and as you can see there are loads to choose from. You can narrow your search by selecting printable patterns over on the left hand side. There are still hundreds to choose from, so you can use the search field box above this area with a few keywords to narrow the search down even further. As is the case with any designs that you buy from the design store, just be sure you're buying the right license for the purposes that you intend to use the design for. So you can see with all the choices available and the tools to enhance the designs, the fill panel is a very useful tool to have within the design software. Now if you want to create a shape that you want to fill with a colour or a pattern and then cut the shape out afterwards, you will need to use registration marks. While your printer can print off the colour, your cutting machine won't be able to see it, so it won't know where to cut. Registration marks give your machine the bearings it needs to find the cut line for where it needs to cut. If you want to learn more, check out our video on print and cut. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so as you don't miss out on any other videos that might help you with your silhouette software.